Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sheen Apparel, and here on Cozy Shenanigans we talk cozy mysteries and cozy crafts. And today we are going to continue the knitting content and part 2 of my Roll for Holiday Spirit challenge. So if you are just joining us, Roll for Holiday Spirit, I explain the rules in the video I will have linked somewhere on the screen. But basically it's using a die or a random number generator to pick from a list of 36 Christmas films that I would like to watch. And while I'm doing that, I am working on some knitted holiday gifts. Today it is December 17th, which means that I have 22 days. I have 6 days and 22 hours in which to finish an afghan and a sweater to have them ready to go to my in-laws on Christmas Eve. I need to have all of them finished, ends woven in, and I at the very least need to block the colorwork section of the sweater I'm working on before 4 p.m. on Christmas Eve in order to get it to them on time. So we are going on a marathon knitting challenge. I have finished everything I need to do for my day job. We're on winter break right now, so I don't have a lot of tasks pulling my time. It's mostly just housework at this point. And so we are going on a marathon knitting run to see if we can finish these on time. Currently, if you have been here before, you have definitely seen this sweater. I am sick of it. I am a little less than halfway through with the second sleeve. I still also need to do the collar and the zipper. I've got a chain of stitch markers to show me how many decreases I still need to do. And then for the afghan, I think I have all of my squares made. I just need to do the join as you go and then do a border on it. I also still have holiday gifts for coworkers to make. However, those can wait. We don't go back to the office until January 5th, so I've got some time on those. This video is just about the sweater and the afghan because I have to get these done. I have to. So it is time to engage the ADHD and get some hyperfocus going. And I'm going to start tonight by rolling for my holiday movie, and I'm going to silence my phone and put it in a drawer because one of the problems I've been having is I'm sick of this sweater, so I keep getting distracted by mobile games on my phone. So I'm going to hope that out of sight, out of mind works and that I can actually knit through an entire movie this time. Because if I can do that, I should be able to finish the ball of yarn I'm working from tonight. So let's get going and we'll see where we are on the movie list. So I actually switched to a D12 because I didn't trust the D6 I was using. It kept rolling ones on me. And if you've ever played D&D with me, you know I am known for rolling crit fails. So we're going with a different die. Alright, we have a 5. And let's see, that means we're going with the Christmas Story on Tubi. So let's get everything set up. I need to let a cat into my room so he can get his mandatory snuggles, and then we'll get going. Okay, I just had to check in because I needed a medicinal cookie after that. I have knit like half a round. I am now getting ready to try my third movie of the night. The first one, Christmas Story, is in Finnish. The problem is that the only copy of it they have on Tubi is dubbed in English, and I do not like watching foreign films live action that are dubbed. So I've set that one aside. And then I re-rolled and tried to watch Dickens of a Christmas, also on Tubi. It involves historical costuming and like living history situations. I used to do living history for 1860 to 1890. It was so bad. So bad. So many historical details wrong. I am 11 minutes into this movie. 11 minutes. And I am furious. So furious. I had to go get a cookie. So I'm going to give it one more shot. Hopefully the dice won't let me down. And if it does, I'm switching to YouTube because I have not been this angry at a movie in a really long time. Okay, I'm gonna try again. All right, I've got a 7. Muppet Christmas Carol, we should be fine now. Also, it really says something that Muppet Christmas Carol has one of the most accurate stories compared to the original text, not to mention some of the best costumes of any rendition of A Christmas Carol. So, even though I'm not a huge Muppet fan, this is one of my favorite versions of A Christmas Carol for those reasons. And that movie needs to go burn. Okay, it is 8:30. I have finished Muppet Christmas Carol, and I'm really tired. I really want to go to sleep, but I have a lot more work to do. So that is how much I knit. Still have 9 more decreases to do out of, I think, 18. So I'm about halfway through the decreases, which I think puts me halfway through the sleeve in general. I would have to double check. We're making progress. I am almost to where I ran out of yarn on the first ball of yarn on the first sleeve. And I think I really need to knit some more on this. I'd like to do at least 1 more decrease tonight, preferably 2. But I also need to take a little bit of a break from knitting. So I am going to play a game for a little while I watch the next movie. So let me roll here. That's a 2. So my next number 2 on this list is Holiday in Handcuffs, which I have on here because it has Melissa Joan Hart in it. But I'm really just not in the mood for that one, even though this is the 3rd time it has come up and I've skipped it. And I know the whole point of this challenge was to remove decision fatigue. So I think I might just switch over to YouTube for a little while and see if I can get a little bit more knitting done tonight before I just completely conk out. Okay, one last check-in because I am tired. I'm going to bed. It is almost 1 a.m. and I don't usually stay up this late. But here is the progress from tonight. I ended up watching Haul Out the Holly, lit up on Hallmark as my second movie. It was okay. I didn't think it was as good as the first one. I do still need to watch the Halloween one, which I didn't realize was already out. I knew they were making one. I didn't know it had come out already. So I have watched that, and then I realized that I hadn't watched this week's Game of Wool, which that could be a whole other rant video. I'm enjoying watching the show. I enjoy the roasts more. But I wanted to watch this week's episode, and so I managed to watch it and do 10 more rounds and do another set of decreases. So this is where we're at. This is where I'm stopping for the night, and I'm okay with that progress. We've got probably 3 inches here, which is not bad. We're starting to get to the point where it's going faster and faster, and I'm pretty sure I am over halfway done with the sleeve now. So okay, I am exactly halfway done checking the length, so good progress, and I'm going to bed. Okay, next day I have finished the first ball of yarn for the second sleeve, and I just need to weigh what I have left to make sure that I have enough to finish the sleeve. Otherwise I have to wind up a new ball of yarn. So I'm making progress. I think I have 6 more sets of decreases left, and I'm hoping, today's Thursday, I'm hoping I can finish the sleeve tomorrow. Hoping. We will see. Good morning from Hermes and me. This is Hermes. He's my prehistoric tuxedo. You might have seen him around. He is 18 and a half, and he's my heart kitty, even though he doesn't want to be. Anyway, yes, I am in the same pajamas because I don't have to go anywhere. I am almost done with this sleeve. I've got maybe an inch of knitting before I get to the cuff. So we're making really good progress. I think I can finish the sleeve and do the collar today. I don't know if I can do the steeking and getting in the zip. That might take me until tomorrow. But I have made such good progress the last 2 days. I'm really proud of myself for that. I did realize this morning that I was supposed to add green stripes to the cuffs on the sleeve. I don't have time to rip back and redo that. Today is Friday. I have 6 days roughly to get all of this done, less than that. And I still need to add 3 rows of granny squares to the afghan, weave in all the ends, and do at least 1 row of border. I'm getting ready to text my mom and see if she can help me weave in the ends on the blanket. I did ask Ash, but she is really allergic to lanolin and to wool, and even just having the fibers in the air really bothers her, which is why I have been holed up in my bedroom for the past week, 2 weeks, trying to finish this sweater, because the Cascade 220, it does have a lot of fibers that it releases as I'm working on it, and because it is not super wash wool, it is more prone to bother her. So trying to not activate her asthma or her MCAS. And I apologize for the wobbly camera. I'm going to try and fix this in post so that hopefully you won't see it, but it is what it is. We're dealing with it. I am technically working today, but I have no actual work to do, so I'm monitoring my email and just plowing through on the movies and knitting. Last night I watched The Mistletoe Murders, which I didn't realize was a TV series. I thought it was a series of movies. So I watched the first 2 episodes of that, which was the first story arc. And I'm redoing my list slightly because I have a Hallmark binge pass through Hoopla. So I'm trying to watch all of the Hallmark movies on my list before that expires, and I have to watch those on my phone. I am watching YouTube this morning, so I'm going to turn that on the TV and just get to work on this, and hopefully I will have the sweater done by the end of the day. It is currently about 11:30, so I've still got plenty of time. I am caffeinated. I have my peppermint mocha latte in one of my favorite mugs. I love this mug. I got this one for Halloween, and it says paranormal activity on the inside, but I love it. I don't really have any Christmas mugs. I'm not really a huge Christmas person, and we do Halloween all year round in this house. We don't have enough room to keep stuff that's only going to be used for a couple weeks out of the year. We just don't have room for it. We don't have the money to buy anything like that. Usually if I make any decorations, they're either just like paper vintage style decorations, like maybe snowflakes or paper chains, or there's something that can be used year round depending on how you display it. So we haven't had time to decorate this year. We've been too busy and too broke. So we're engaging in holiday frivolity outside of the apartment and watching movies and baking treats. Ash actually made some really good homemade Rice Krispie treats last night that have peanut butter and chocolate in them. They're really good. I love homemade Rice Krispie treats. The store-bought ones are just not the same thing. And I have decided that they are practically a health food because they contain rice and peanut butter. So that counts, right? It's a vegetable or a grain. Anyway, onward with the knitting, and hopefully I will get this done ASAP. Okay, good morning. It is the next day. I am only sentient because of peppermint mocha right now. I stayed up way too late last night accidentally. Again, my sleep schedule is slowly sliding out of alignment the longer I am on break. But I did make some really good progress on the sweater last night. So I finished the second sleeve, and I have started on the collar. This is about a third of the collar, I think. And so making good progress on that. I'm hoping to finish that today after we get back from grocery shopping. And if I'm very lucky, I will be able to steek it, put in the zipper, and block it today as well. And then I can spend this evening working on the blanket that I need to do. If I have to, I can wrangle my mom into helping me weave in ends, but I'm hoping it doesn't come to that. Actually, I might hand her the sweater to weave in ends on that, so that way I can work on something else. It's not going to take that long, but I hate weaving in ends, and if I have somebody who can save me half an hour, then I'm going to take advantage of it. So last night I started to watch like A Very Scottish Christmas, I think it's called on Hallmark. I started it, realized I had already seen it, and wasn't that interested in watching it again. I thought it was one I had never seen before. So I went ahead and struck that off the list. I didn't feel like wasting my time on that. Like, it's not a bad movie. It's fine. But I just have no desire to watch it a second time. So I watched I did finally find the 1970 Scrooge, the musical, which was pretty good. The best song in the entire film is the scene when the Ghost of Christmas Future is with Scrooge, and he sees like all these people who are thanking him and so happy, and he has not put two and two together that he has died, and the reason they are celebrating is because he's dead. And he's just like singing along as this parade goes through the streets of London celebrating his death and not connecting it at all. It's a really funny scene, and the song is really good. And then after that, I also watched 9 Lives of Christmas, which was really good. I saw that there is a sequel, which I'm probably going to watch today. It was super cute, and I normally try to avoid movies that have firefighters in them because of some family trauma. However, this one was really good. It had all of the good aspects of the team. And it was so funny because the inside of the firehouse looks so much like the one where my dad used to work before it got remodeled and modernized and everything. And I'm just like, do they get these places from IKEA? Like, do they just all look the same? Like the general, I forget what it's called now. The general room where they like all watch TV looked exactly the same. The kitchen was really similar. They're walking down the hallway, and down to like the types of photos on the wall and the way they were framed and posed was even the same. So I just thought that was really hilarious. But it also involved cats, and the whole thing revolved around these 2 cats, which was really great. And I loved the feline actors. It was very clear that the orange cat really, really liked the male actor that he was paired with, and just like loved him so much. Like, you could just see he'd pick up this cat, and the cat was just like totally boneless instantly. Like, he really loved his human. So it was great to watch. But anyway, I need to go get groceries and then come back and continue working on this sweater. But we are making progress. It is now Saturday, which makes it the 20th, which means I have 4 days left, including today. Okay. We've got some work to do. It is the next day. I am exhausted. I think this weather is really getting to me. I feel like I have not slept in 3 days, even though I have slept just fine. But I got the sweater knitting finished, blocked yesterday, and I basted in the zipper, and I got some ribbon to finish it. So I'm going to do that, and then my mom is going to weave in the ends while I work on crocheting the blanket later. So let's get to that, and then maybe take a nap, because I am only sentient through caffeine right now. The sweater is done. Okay, almost. It still needs the ends woven in, which my mom is going to do for me tonight. Now I need to get started on this blanket, because it is December 21st. And remember, I have until 4 p.m. on the 24th. So let's get going. finished it. It is finally done. I don't have to worry about the sweater anymore. I finished it yesterday. My mom wove in the ends while I was working on the blanket. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here because I have so many videos I need to edit that I've just been recording because I've had so much knitting I need to get done that I haven't edited anything. So I'm going to sign off here. I will probably see you again in a few days because I am still filming my run up to Christmas. It is currently, I don't know what day it is. It is Monday the 22nd. I have 2 days left and I think I can still get the blanket done. So I'm going to go work on that. If you're enjoying my content, please like, subscribe, comment. Let YouTube know that you enjoy what I'm doing and let me know that I'm not creating in a vacuum. So I will see you soon. I hope you have a happy whatever you celebrate, and a happy new year if I don't see you before then. Ciao!